I wasn't going to make this video. Nope, wasn't going to do it. Was not going to make this video, but I feel we need to talk. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about the 2019 Ram 1500. That's right, the 2019 Ram 1500. Those of you who are new to the channel, just stopping by for the first time, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post all kinds of truck content on my truck, a 2014 Silverado, and truck stuff in general. So go ahead and do that. While you're doing that, let's go ahead to some 2019 Ram content. So at the Detroit Auto Show, the guy that was talking about it, forget his name, not really important, said that the truck was modeled after Hammers. So going from a regular work hammer to a refined, beautiful looking hammer up to from the tradesman edition up to the limited edition, which is supposed to be the highest level truck. Basically using materials like they're kind of like anodizing metals for inside of the truck and stuff like that. But first I'm going to talk about the engine combinations, which most of you probably care about more than anything else. So it's looking like, from what I've seen, they're still going to be using, I think it's a 3.6 liter Pentastar with 305 horsepower, and they're still going to be using the Hemi, the 5.7 liter. It's looking like it's going to have the same numbers, the 395 horsepower range, maybe a little bit more. I didn't really hear the horsepower numbers, but I'm sure it's going to be talked about in the near future. Now, the one thing I don't like about these new trucks, you guys may or may not have already heard about it, is they've got this like weird alternator looking thing, which is supposed to automatically start and stop the vehicle within 0.4 of a second, from what they're saying. So basically you come to a stoplight, the vehicle will shut off, and then you go to hit the gas, and within 0.4 of a second the engine will fire back up and you're on your way. Now, I'm not too sure how much I like this, because let's say you're coming to a stoplight, okay? You're there, you got a nice exhaust on your truck, you want to hear your exhaust, roll down your window, oh, listen to that baby purr. Oh, it's off, it's not running. And then you go and hit the gas, and obviously you're off and on your way. And it's supposed to give you something like 100 something foot-pounds of torque or whatever, not all through the spectrum, but from a dead stop, just because it works kind of like an electric motor, and I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I'm kind of old school. I like the old engines and just working off of combustion, not working off of electricity. I don't know how much I like that, but that's how the new feature of this engine is going to work. They're still going to have their cylinder deactivation going from 8 to 4 cylinders, and this is supposed to help with that transition being smooth and stuff like that. I do believe they're still going to have the Ecotec, not Ecotec, this is not a Chev, it's not a Chev. They're still going to have the Eco Diesel, the 3 liter, I believe. I think it's a 3 liter, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But the Eco Diesel, so those are the platforms they're going to be working off of. They're obviously still probably going to have their 6.4 in the Power Wagon, but they haven't really released the HD trucks yet, the 2500, 3500 and stuff like that, so that's still to be released. As far as the frame is concerned, from what I heard, they took out 100 pounds from the frame just by some refinement, and 100 pounds off of the cab. Now, looking at pictures here, the cab looks like, well, not looks like, it is. A lot of the cabs are 4 inches longer, and they've actually lowered the truck by 1 inch while still being able to fit 33s. Now, it looks like a lot of the manufacturers are going with 33-inch tires. Like with the Silverado, you can get a stock 33-inch tire, along with this new Ram, a 33-inch tire. Now, going on to the body of the Ram here, just looking at it, you'll notice there's a lot of headlight combinations, like here on the Rebel, and then you have just like the Limited. It's looking like it's going to be LED. They're kind of going away from HID, because HID, in my opinion, is a piss poor version of a light, because it does get very hot and there's not really any way of cooling it down. It actually melts headlight bezels from what I've seen on vehicles, so LED is the way to go. It's looking like it's going to have those little square LEDs for your high beams and your low beams, along with LED fog lights. Looking at the front of the truck, they got rid of the crosshairs and now you just have that bold Ram logo there. And this is something they've been doing for a couple of years now. They've kind of been integrating that into their older style trucks, or the 5th gens, I believe they're called. And this truck actually doesn't look that much different than the current version. The mirrors still mimic the style of the original mirrors that are on there right now. The hood's a lot different, the front bumper's a lot different, but just the overall look, you can see that they've been kind of integrating certain looks into the trucks that they have nowadays, up to the 2018 and a half, I guess, because these are supposed to be a 2018 and a half model and above. All the wheel combinations are a lot different. It looks like they are integrating dual exhaust into all of their models, which is something that a lot of you guys have been asking for. So it just looks like there's going to be a lot of different combinations. Like if we have an interior shot here, they're obviously still going to have, the 5-inch screen is the smallest screen you can get, but they have up to an 8-inch screen, and even looks like a 12-inch screen over here in this picture here, which is just massive and awesome if you need to get into a menu. Buttons will be nice and big, and you can just navigate a lot easier with a bigger screen. There's a lot more to look at, and you can keep your eyes on the road, which you should be doing. Anyways, so it looks like you're just going to be able to navigate a lot more, and even the gauge cluster here just looks a lot better. They always had nice gauge clusters, but I just find that this one just looks really good. It looks a lot more refined, and the steering wheel just looks, it doesn't look that different from the current version. Now that's one thing I wanted to talk about too, the Ram steering wheels. Now, if you guys don't know me from my past, I had a Ram single cab, couple of mods to it here and there, intake, exhaust, cosmetic mods, stuff like that. But anyways, I love the fact that their steering wheels were thicker. It gave you something, it just felt better when you were gripping onto a thicker steering wheel, because it just felt bulkier. It felt like a bigger truck. You know what I meant? It felt a lot bigger. It just felt bulkier, and that's what I liked about the Ram steering wheel. It's probably my favorite steering wheel out there is the Ram steering wheel, and it looks like they're keeping that throughout these model years coming in the future, which is something that's awesome. So now I'm kind of torn whether or not I'm going to get a new Silverado or if I'm going to get a Ram. I'm definitely going to have to see a lot more from both trucks. Obviously, I like the sport models, like the color matched everything. I don't like chrome, and I'm not too into those. Like the Rebel is nice, don't get me wrong, the Rebel is nice, the Trail Boss is nice, but I'm more into color matched everything with a lift and some stance. Like that's just me. That's my taste. You guys may not like that. You guys may like the off-road look, and I like the off-road look, but pavement princess style. You guys may agree with that. You guys may not. But again, that's personal opinion. That's personal taste. So if I do get a Ram or a Silverado in the future, which I will be, I'm not sure which model I'm going to pick. Like I said, I'm going to have to see what comes out in the future. And like everybody always says, don't get the new truck. Don't go out there and order one right away. Wait till that half model year, like the next model year starts. So like 2019 and a half or 2020 and a half. Wait till those come out, because that's when all the real features come out. New engine packages, new trim levels, stuff like that. That's when they really start getting into the groove of making trucks. So anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today was this new Ram. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you're stopping by for the first time, do like, share, and subscribe my videos. I hope you guys keep stopping by, because I always have good content on my channel as far as the truck builds, four-wheeler builds, stuff like that, the garage, everything. So again, hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you guys in the next one.